take a train, you know, you can go most places, or, you know, you get driven around or taxi or something. So I went downtown one Saturday, he drove me down there, and I said, well, okay, I'm gonna just go in here and pick up whatever. And then you know, go around the block and you know, pick me up.
I'm still listening.
So, anyway, maybe he went around the block 3 times or whatever. But anyway, on that last time he went around the block, he left. And I just say, this is terrible. I don't even really know how to ride the bus. And he left me. I'm just sorry, but he left me. So that's the main thing he did in Germany. He just left me.
I just been here for about 10 minutes. Hour later, she's still in the.
She ain't looked at the watch out. She ain't looked at the watch.
Hour later, she's still in that little next to you.
We can take some home too.
Well, my best, you and Robert could be best friends. Because Robert don't know what time it is. He was working at IBM, and they had to put him on a flex schedule. Because he just don't get nowhere on time. Now, you know, and some people just say that's just the way they are, you know?
Oh, they're being successful.
Yeah.
They just can't be on time.
Right.
Yeah.
I could write a book about it.
Hey, JB, have y'all seen that commercial on TV where the man is leaving work at 5 o'clock and everybody looking at him like, who leaves work on exactly at the time they're supposed to leave work?
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? And everybody looking like, he actually getting up and leaving at 5 o'clock? You know, that's what time he's supposed to get off. But the boss don't expect you to just get up and leave. That means you watching the clock. I mean, you watching the clock.
I used to do that at work. 5 o'clock, it's time to go.
And the boss don't have to let me see who's gonna jump up, who's gonna jump up and run out of here. Now, when y'all was in the military, that time was a bit of an essence.
Oh, you know what? That's where that saying comes from. AWOL, absent without leave. In other words, you didn't get permission to be gone. And AWOL could be anything from being late before mentioned, you're AWOL. If they say call in and you're not in there, then you're AWOL. Wow. That's considered AWOL, absence without leave.
A long time ago.
And so again, going through years of habitually being on time. That's why I said discipline is very necessary for our kids. Because it sets a precedence in them, you know, for everything. Waiting in line somewhere, riding behind somebody slow, you know, all these things. You know, they might act up, but still, that thing is in them.
But society has stuck something where the teachers are afraid of the kids, the parents are afraid of the kids. The kids got the upper hand.
The kids got carte blanche.
They do.
Because I remember when teachers used to be able to whip the kids, now the kids are whipping the teachers.
Have you seen the videos on the internet? How the kids, the teacher, one boy went up to the teacher with that chair on his head, getting ready to go hit the teacher with it.
And she looked like she was psychotic.
Yeah.
She looked like she was like,
what do I do? One of the other students had to grab him and throw him down on the floor.
because I think what was going through my mind was that she was looking at politically correct, don't touch the
principal
kids,
tell you, don't touch those kids.
to trying to continue with the study, and it was in chaos. If I was there, I would have took that young man by his shirt collar.
And then he would have a job.
I would. I would have took him by his and slung his butt down and said, you know, especially if I saw him doing that to my wife, my daughter, my child, man.
But that's what you
There's no way.
police officer tried to subdue one girl. That's a police officer went in the classroom. Yeah, and the police officer tried to put her down so she could stop doing what she's doing, and they fired him because the principal said you shouldn't have touched him. You shouldn't have touched that girl.
Which was different from this one guy who slammed this girl down.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, in everything, I think that there are limitations. I think even putting my hand on my child or whatever, it wouldn't be to the extreme where it would be child abuse, but it'd be enough to let him know who's in charge.
Well,
You know,
they call this generation X.
Yeah, Generation X.
She made anybody need more tea. You got 3 cups of tea plus a picture on the table.
Well, I have another team on that one.
Yeah.
But you know what? And it's I remember when I was at South Shore High School in Chicago, And the principal called all the faculty into the gym. And we sit in the gym and like, what's gonna happen now? And the first thing he said to us, now, we have new laws, federal laws that we have to abide by. And the first thing out of his mouth was, don't you put your hands on these kids. I don't care how a rule they get, don't you touch it. And I'm sitting there like, what you mean don't touch it? If they're acting crazy, you got to do nothing crazy. He said, you leave the classroom and you come hit somebody else. But don't you put your hands on them.
Right.
And I was like, I didn't know how I was going, because you know, I had 5 kids. I put my hands on them when they got crazy. So I just said to myself, okay, I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. I cannot be in an environment where they're going to have more power and authority than I had to leave the school system. I just couldn't do it.
I say,
You know,
if
I heard other people who have left the school system because of that.
And I say today, if I had to teach in order to care for myself, I will clean the floors and wash the walls.
I do something.
And I go teach, but you know, it's too much
Do
of a
something.
chaos and responsibility.
I stood in the school at South Shore Academy one day, and I saw this mother come in there with her child, and the child standing there, now he ain't no child, he's like in the 12th grade, a big kid, and the mother was going off on Mr. Mitchell, the principal. Don't you ever look at my child like that. My child told me you looked at him like you was gonna hit him. And she said, don't you ever look at my child like that. I don't want you putting fear in my child. And the child listening to his mother standing right there talking like that. So the principal's like, that little boy can walk to that principal and say anything he wants to, knowing his mama gonna back him up, regardless of what he do. You know what I'm trying to say? It's sad.
Well, I think that, like, people have awful mirror, you know, lost a life for America, and really, you know, it's sad for me to say this. And like, America is something that, you know, when you all